how are you doing? My name is Du, and if you knew that, then you probably also know that this is not my normal upload schedule, my normal backdrop, my normal demeanor, my normal settings, everything. Today I'm doing a different type of video because of the thing that happened 2 days ago, which you've probably heard about by now, but if you didn't, YouTube changed the way that partnership works. Before 2 days ago, you needed 10,000 views on your channel to apply for a partnership, and now you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, not minutes, hours of your content being watched in a year. And this change is especially important not because they just raised the bar for partnerships, but because the people who were already partners are being kicked out of the program. Now, I was supposed to upload something yesterday, and I was trying to prepare a vlog, which is not my normal type of content, and is something that I'm still experimenting with, so it takes me twice the time, and I, for the life of me, couldn't. My mind was on this, everyone was talking about it, everyone was panicking, a lot of things were happening all over the place in the small YouTuber community, and I just couldn't focus on it. So I am uploading a day late, and I am uploading a video on this topic because of two reasons. One is I just need to take it out of my system. I just need to talk about it, to let my thoughts rumble and just take them out of my head so that I can focus on the normal things that I do, especially now, because now we really need to step up our game and produce better content than before. And that's not something that's going to happen if I keep funneling all of my mental energy into this one chaotic situation. And reason number two is because I have been watching videos about this for the entire 2 days that this has been a thing, and I'm just tired of seeing the same things mentioned over and over and over again, and a lot of them are actually just misconceptions or very pessimistic things, and also there are some serious things that are not being mentioned. So I wanted to contrast what I've been seeing from the popular opinion and sort of give you a different view on the situation. So here we go, my thoughts on the monetization issue. So first of all, I want to clear some misconceptions about this that a lot of people seem to be having, and I'm just so tired of hearing about them. And that is the opinion that this was caused because of the Paul brothers and the fact that big YouTubers screw up and now they're punishing the little guy. Now, this makes no sense, and I really wish everyone would stop saying it. I know they won't, but I really wish they would. Because honestly, think about how this affects the Pauls and big YouTubers like that versus how it affects us. The Pauls are more than protected. And also when you read the YouTube communications about this issue, it just seems much more related to the Elsagate problem from last year than anything that had to do with the Pauls. If you're not familiar with the term Elsagate, you're probably familiar with the fact that there were a lot of Elsa and Spider-Man and other kids-related content uploaded to YouTube that was actually very nasty, very traumatic, very sexual, and just very inappropriate for kids, but used a lot of kid-related tags to get a bunch of views and a lot of watch time. Now, YouTube has been trying to solve that whole issue for months now, and these moves seems to be related to that in the sense that all of those videos, all of those channels tended to get millions of views, just a lot of views, from parents that just plop their kids in front of a screen and just let it run on autoplay. But a lot of those channels didn't have the amount of subscribers that they would need to charge any sort of money now. And YouTube also mentioned copycat accounts and reposting accounts, which are accounts that just repost other people's content. Those people probably wouldn't get the amount of subscribers even if they got the amount of views or watch time. So when you see this situation, you see that it doesn't affect the polls at all, and it was probably something that YouTube was designing for the last couple months. If anything, the polls maybe pushed it forward in time, but even then, we would be in the same situation. And misconception number two, which is just a subset of misconception number one, is that this is a punishment. This is not a punishment. YouTube is not doing this to chastise anyone. YouTube has gone through several adpocalypses so far, and that means that every time something hits, they lose money, the creators lose money, everyone sort of questions if this could actually be a career and a full-time job, because if YouTube as a company is not trusted by advertisers, we all lose. small YouTubers, big YouTubers, YouTube stops being a career, and so YouTube has to do something to encourage advertisers to come to the site and to invest in the site and to invest in us. We need YouTube to do things to appeal to the corporate universe. Of course, there's the question of if this is actually something that's gonna help YouTube build their trust, but honestly, I cannot know that. The people who engineered this probably studied it for a long time before deciding to apply it, and I'm going to trust them definitely a lot more than I trust my own opinions on it. If it actually helps advertisers trust YouTube more, I am completely 100% agreeing with this decision. Except for one thing. Now this is when I stop talking about misconceptions that I think people have and I start talking about the things that everyone mentions and the things that no one is mentioning that they really should. The number one thing that people are mentioning way too much and thinking too much about is the fact that a lot of people are losing their monetary income because of this new rule. When the news hit, a lot of big YouTubers and medium YouTubers had the same opinion on the topic. And that is, if you're doing it for the money, you will never go anywhere, you're doing it for the wrong reasons and you should quit. And also, if you weren't doing 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you weren't making any money anyways. And those are very valid thoughts and opinions, except for a couple of things. First of all, yes, if you're doing this for the money, you really are in the wrong profession and you should be pursuing a career that will allow you to get more money more easily, but that people want money doesn't mean that they're doing it for the money. And I think the prime example of this is any other sort of art. Every single person starts drawing when they are kids, and they draw because they like it. And then as they grow, they enjoy it, they keep drawing until one day they notice that they can start earning some money doing this thing that they love. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the monetary compensation. It just means that getting money out of it allows them to invest more time, more efforts, better materials in that drawing. The passion is still there, but having money from it allows you to invest back on it and also to get more motivated to keep improving and to keep doing. Most of us aren't choosing this because we want to be millionaires. Most of us are choosing this because we really are passionate about this. But most of us will also need to get another job and maybe at one point not have enough time to support doing this. And so I moved to the second thing, which is if you weren't meeting the requirements, you weren't making enough money anyways. And to that I say, that is not true. A lot of YouTube experts recommend strategies based on ranking for search on your YouTube videos. These last couple of days, I have been seeing people who said that they just weren't able to get 1,000 subscribers because they did highly searchable content that maybe people look for all the time and gets them a ton of views and watch time. But they are not really personality based, or maybe they don't do the same topics over and over, and so they don't get people who are interested in following them always and seeing their new content, but they get a bunch of people visiting their videos all of the time. These people were able to make some money off of their careers, and now they suddenly have everything destroyed in front of their faces. With that being said though, I really do agree with both those sentiments. It is your wrong career if the only thing you want to do is get Paul famous and earn millions. That's not why you should be doing it. And also, unless you were applying a very specific strategy, if you weren't meeting those requirements, you really weren't making enough money to worry about this. So the people who use these arguments really do have a good point, but they are also not seeing the full picture. A lot of people are getting sacrificed, sort of, for the greater goal. And that is a question that is as old as war, as old as time maybe. Do you accept the sacrifice of a few for the greater goal for the many, or do you not accept it? I think this is something that everyone can have their opinions on, but we all need to understand. We all need to understand how it affects the most people, how it affects the people that we should be winning out of the YouTube atmosphere, and how does it affect well-meaning people who may have to change a lot right now and moving forward. Now, I did say before that I think this is a good change, but with an exception. And that exception is the thing that I think people aren't mentioning enough, but they definitely should, because it's the most important part of this whole ordeal. And that is the promotion algorithm. I don't remember if it was last year or if it was 2016, but at one point there was one YouTube algorithm change that had every big YouTuber talking about it. So many big YouTubers started noticing that every video that they had that was demonetized was doing a lot worse than every monetized video views-wise. And there is a whole video explaining how the monetization is related to the promotion algorithm. I'm gonna leave it in the description. Because here's the thing, a lot of us small YouTubers aren't interested in the money that we wouldn't be able to get anyways. But a lot of us were trying to get to those 10,000 views just so that we could monetize videos and that the algorithm would promote them a little bit more. Because the main challenge for us small YouTubers is getting discovered. The main challenge for us is not just improving, even if we are improving, even if we're doing the best we can do. If no one discovers us, it's useless. And if the algorithm doesn't help us in that way, then it's probable that we will never be discovered at all unless we are very good self-promoting, which is not something that everyone can do effectively. The program is better now. It really definitely is a good change, but the algorithms should change with it. If you're going to make it so much harder for small YouTubers to join the partnership program, at least give us a way to get discovered that is completely unrelated to the partnership program. And YouTube has never confirmed that that is the case, that the algorithm promotes you more if you are monetized, but the evidence is there and it is undeniable. And if you don't believe me, do check those videos out because they are very good at explaining it. So that's really my thoughts. The reasons why this is a good change is because in the long term it will benefit everyone who is a partner. But unfortunately, because of how the algorithm reacts, small YouTubers are getting screwed because they are going to be that much harder to discover, that much harder for them to grow, especially with the bar being so high and everyone feeling so demotivated and so devalued. Anyways, I really needed to get this out of my system. My normal videos aren't like this, but feel free to check them out and see if you actually dig my style. If you do, please subscribe and hit that bell. As a part of the small YouTuber army, I really need it more than ever. Also comment down below your thoughts on the whole situation, or at least in which side you are. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? I've given you my reasons for both. Go ahead and leave me a like if this video was interesting to you in any way, and I honestly hope that I'll see you around, that you're gonna watch my stuff and you'll like it. But if you don't, hey, you know what? Go and look for more small YouTubers that actually fit your taste. There's definitely some small creators out there who will do the thing that you've been wanting to see, and you just need to sort of discover it, and this is the right time for it. This is the best moment to discover small YouTubers, and I hope you make the best out of it. But as for myself, I wish you a very good day, or a very good afternoon, or a very good night, or whatever time it is when you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye. Honestly, just sitting down on the bed and rambling on and just talking without any sort of script was kind of relaxing and kind of nice. So if you like this style, go ahead and tell me, because that would allow me to do more videos like this. I enjoyed it quite a lot actually. I guess I'll see if I can make this more often.